Hello, everybody. Sup, Scott? What is this symbol? This is a new symbol you got. 25 EXP. What is this? This is a new symbol. I've never seen it before. Does it mean that you're the number one people? There's a community icon here. What is this? Community leaderboard. Hey, this is completely new. I've never seen this before. Can you guys see this? Or am I the only one who can see it? Like, Scott has a symbol here. Sub-Zero Cybot has a symbol too. Number one. Number two. Oh, you can see it too. And there's a community symbol here up there. Well, new stuff. New stuff, cool stuff. Great, YouTube. Thank you for adding this completely useless stuff. We love it. We love it. What's up, everybody? Welcome to my Super Master Mega Ultra Goddamn Q&A. We're listening to fucking Kaznan, the best JRPG town theme ever. I mean it. It's the best one. Love it. Copying Twitch. Really? Twitch doesn't have that. I streamed on Twitch a couple of days ago and doesn't have like number one, number two, whatever thing. I don't even know what that is. That's supposed to be like, hey, you were the first person to comment on the chat of a live stream. Here's your crown and you're number one. Congratulations. What is this, a website for kids now? That's so childish. Nobody needs that. Nobody cares. Like the members thing, I think it's kind of cool though, because it stands out. Sub-Zero here is a member and has like a green font and then a star next to it, to its username. So it's cool, right? What's up, everybody? I just released a new episode on my Eric Landon RPG podcast on Censored. You can find it on Patreon. You will find a link to my Patreon page in the description. Also to my books. I've been saying this since last year. I've been trying to cook a new book in my head. Just trying to find the motivation to write again. But it's there. It's been building up desperately, slow but steady, but also in a contradictory way, desperately. So it might happen this year, I don't know. We'll see. But you will find a link to my books in the description. And I think it's important to let you know, guys, that there's some bad news with Amazon. Amazon finally snapped after being so fucking woke for so many fucking years. And now they are in financial trouble. Which means they're gonna force every single author on their platform to increase their prices. Effect of this will happen on June 10. In exactly 10 days from now on. My books will be, I think, $1 more expensive. So if you want to get them $1 cheaper, buy them now. You will find a link to all of my books in the description. It's only for the physical books though. The digital ebooks will always be $3, maybe plus taxes depending on where you live. But they're all like $3, $2.99 US dollars. But the physical versions, the printed versions of my books will increase $1 each starting June 10. Courtesy of Amazon because they're having financial issues. And they're forcing everybody on their platform to increase prices. So they can get more money. And us too. Right. Anyway, so And Patreon, yeah, join my Patreon, guys. It's important to support your favorite YouTubers and content creators, especially the ones that have been fucked in the ass by websites like YouTube. You know, so link in the description to my Patreon. I have a completely private and uncensored and very politically incorrect podcast that you can listen to every month. I put out an episode every month. And I also post certain things every now and then. I give some insight about my videos and my books, so check it out. Also, you can have one of my books, Seven Shadows, that with a sexy blondie there with a sword. You can read it for absolutely free if you join Patreon. That's it. Hey, Praetor. Oh, and well, might as well promote it as well. I'm on the mood of promoting my own stuff, so let me just turn this down a little bit. I stream on Twitch. As you may have noticed, I do not stream, with the exception of these Q&As. I do not stream on YouTube anymore because apparently they never fixed their stupid, evil fucking algorithm, and apparently they never will. So live streams still affect videos and algorithm for the channel and stuff like that, so I stopped. And now I'm streaming only on Twitch. I know Twitch is also a fucking piece of shit of a website, but it's a little bit better than YouTube because of that. Because I don't do videos on Twitch, so they don't get affected by an evil algorithm. Okay, so I'm streaming on Twitch nowadays, only Tuesdays and Fridays. Check out my Twitch channel, follow it, subscribe if you can to support me. Link to my Twitch channel in the description. Also, a link to my PayPal if you don't want to give money to Patreon or to YouTube with the super chats or to, I don't know, to Twitch. You can support me also on PayPal. You still give money to someone though. You still give money to PayPal. But most of the money goes to me. And finally, a link to my second channel, because I stream on Twitch, but all of my Twitch streams go to my second channel because Twitch only keeps them for 15 days and then deletes them. So before that happens, I always put my Twitch streams on my second channel to back them up. So I have a second channel here on YouTube where you can watch all of my Twitch live streams, check it out. I am no longer uploading clips from my Q&As. Maybe just the occasional one, It's mostly just my streams for now. And also, if you want to visit my channel in Spanish, it's called Discusión Gamer with my friend Oscar. We just posted a video yesterday about the dark side of emulation. I expanded greatly on that in English on my podcast on Patreon. So links to everything in the description. That's it for self-promotion. Sorry, guys. Sorry, but not sorry. Have you heard of Constancy Roa? It's an indie anime OVA project that is a homage to late 80s and early 90s OVAs. No, I have not. What are those crowns behind the names? You're late, Tyson. We were just talking about that. Apparently it's some kind of new thing. It's whatever. It's for the first people who made a comment in the chat. Great, right? Hey, Setsvuna. Infinity Arc is the studio. Oh, great. Thanks for letting me know, man. Switch 2 is coming out in a mere 4 days. Is anyone gonna get one? I won't. Pretty sure a lot of people will. I'm not getting one. It says 25 XP, whatever that means. We're RPG gamers, right? So we can't help ourselves into thinking that XP means experience. So I don't know what the fuck XP means here on YouTube, but to me, that's 25 experience, man. Yeah, no, Seth. You're good with your modded Switch 1. Okay? I don't understand what the crowns are, though. Like, I've never seen Zetsvuna Rom speak and he got a crown. 2 crowns, number 3, number 1 now. But I don't understand what it is, man. What the fuck is this? You're about to level up, so the more you chat, the more you level up. But not everybody's getting a crown. Fucking YouTube, explain this shit, YouTube! Fucking gameplay mechanics, man. You have been subbed for a very, very long ass time. You pre-ordered as the launch model will be easiest to dump games from, but they've apparently locked it down pretty hard. When you say dump games, you mean like dump the ROMs so people can emulate them? What do you mean dump games from? Oh, Ahmed says it only shows the first 3 who chatted the most in this same stream only. Oh, thank you for explaining what the platform refuses to explain. Maybe they do explain things, you know. They put out some videos for people to watch and understand their new things, but they put them so often. They're often changing and adding and removing things that I lost track many years ago. About 5-6 years ago. That's when I kind of stopped paying attention to whatever YouTube does. Except when he fucks me in the ass. What's the worst JRPG you've played recently? Oh, recently. Well, I will probably say Baroque. I just did a review on it. No, wait a second. I played some Super Mario RPG hacks, man, and fuck, some of them were pretty fucking lazy. I'm not saying they're bad, but they were like the same fucking game, only with a few variations, and I hate those types of hacks. A lot of people love those hacks. They love it when you have more money or experience. Or the other way around, everything is reduced and you get like barely any XP or the game is harder. They love hacks like that. I fucking hate them. If I'm gonna play a hack, I want a new story with new characters, new dialogue, maybe some new gameplay mechanics, you know. Those are the hacks that I like. That's why I like Fire Emblem hacks a lot. But when it comes to Final Fantasy or Super Mario RPG hacks, I mean, most of them are like the same fucking game, just with a few tweaks, and I don't like that. But I wouldn't say they were like the worst fucking games, no. Yeah, I would say Baroque, man. I needed to play it again for the review. I don't think it's one of the worst JRPGs I've played anymore. I have some newfound respect for it. You should watch the review. I uploaded the review a couple of days ago here on YouTube. But yeah, it's still not a great game. No, but the question was, what's the worst JRPG I've played recently? Fire Emblem Engage, I played it a year ago, man. Oh, more than a year ago. So yeah, there's gotta be another one. I feel like there's another one that I played recently on Twitch, and I was like, fuck this, no, it's just, no. But I can't think of it. I don't know. Well, last month I played Lunar Dragon Song live here on YouTube. That's a pretty terrible fucking game, man. But that's something I have played before, you know, many years ago. Actually, that was my 3rd time. You know, I'm a believer of 3rd time's the charm. And when I played it live a month ago here on YouTube, that was like my 3rd time's the charm. Nah, didn't work. The game fucking sucks. So yes, you buy a game and dump it so you can emulate it. Oh, you're one of those, huh? You should join my Patreon, man, so you can listen to my podcast. I made an entire episode just to prove guys like you wrong. Not about the dumping, but about making emulation legal, or emulating the legal way. I hate first-person games, man. I've never played the original Baroque, and I never will, man. I don't think so. I don't like playing on first-person, man. I like some dungeon crawlers because they're turn-based and all you do is walk. But in Baroque, fighting in first-person, I fucking hate that. And yes, before you ask, I also dislike playing on VR because of that. I can't stand it, man. I don't like it. Nothing against it. I just don't like it. I can't get into that. Do you have a Steam Deck? No, I do not. I don't feel like I need one. I don't play portable anymore. Maybe just my 3DS, you know, every now and then. But my PS Vita, it's been on a box somewhere around those two doors you see down there below the TV. And I played with my PS TV, you know, but that's plugged into the TV, you know. So I don't play portable anymore. I kind of gave up portable gaming. I can emulate everything nowadays with this laptop, so I don't need a Steam Deck. I don't like playing portable. No thanks by Tebin. What kind of name is that, man? No thanks, I'll pass. People should stop saying that, you know? There's way too much entertainment nowadays. Way too much. And video games are no exception. You know, there's way too many fucking video games out there. So, am I missing out? I don't think so. Because I have a million fucking video games to play other than the original Baroque. Okay? For a lifetime, for the rest of my fucking life. So I'd rather spend my time and not miss out on the games that I'm interested on than the first Baroque. Thank you. So no, I'm not missing out. People should stop saying that. Oh, you're not gonna play the game I'm recommending? You're missing out. Fuck you, man. I'm not missing out on anything. You're missing out on every single fucking video game I have reviewed in this channel that you haven't played, huh? Hello, Shadowexia. Hello, Juliana. That's right, my Edelgard t-shirt is back. What main advice can you give for a novice writer? Well, are you aware of the fact that my writing career is kind of a failure? Do you honestly... I mean, upon knowing that, do you still want me to give you advice? The best advice I can give you is encourage you, or this, like... What's the opposite of encourage? What's the antonym in English for encourage? Like the opposite. Disencourage? That's a word? Oh, I knew that word. But disencourage is a word? Oh, discourage, right? Discourage. I knew I was pronouncing it differently. Or wrongly. Okay, so discourage. The best advice I can give you, Ahmed, is this. I'd like to discourage you from becoming a writer. Don't. People don't read. Look at me, I have 100,000 subscribers. Oh, sorry, 101,000 subscribers. And I sell like 3 books a month, if I'm lucky. 5, if I'm lucky. So I don't think I'm the best guy to ask advice. You should ask the same question to somebody who actually succeeded in their writing career. Oh, you might consider writing now? Oh, you're welcome. Do the exact opposite of what I'm telling you guys to do. It works. Hey guys, please unsubscribe from my channel. Don't support me. Never do a super chat. Never join my Patreon. Don't watch my videos. In fact, get the fuck out of here right now. You know? Let's see if it works. Right, reverse psychology. That's right, it's the ADD generation by Tebin. It's an ADD generation. By corporate elect. Do you read manga? No, I don't. I stopped. Well, I actually never became a fan of manga. I used to be a fan of comics when I was a little kid, but I gave up. I'm more into books, you know, but comic books or mangas, not really my jam. Do I think companies will be pushing less for... Let's change the name of that word. Let me think of a better word for that month. Lame month? How about lame month? or politicized month. That's the truth. That is the truth. Do you think companies will be pushing less for politicized month this year? All those people, man, it's unbelievable. How... It's like they don't mind. They either don't know they're being used as political pawns, or they just don't mind because it fits their criteria. Because it's convenient for them. But they don't even know the damage they're causing with that fucking shit, man. They don't give a shit. Because it's all about them. It feeds their egos. So society can be divided and hate them, for having an entire month, If you're gay, open your fucking eyes. Look what the government is doing because of that. That fucking thing shouldn't exist, man. Any books you'd recommend for us Baroque fans? Sure, actually I do. Nick's Inferno. Link to my books in the description. If you like really fucked up stuff, dark, gore, stuff like that, edgy. Nick's Inferno, my book, Nick's Inferno, should be available for purchase on Amazon, digital and physical. It's my best recommendation. In your ranking of the Persona games, where do you place Persona 3 Reload? The remake? I'd rather not rank it, man. Do you have any JRPGs where you got all the achievements? I don't know. Maybe. I don't really pay attention to that, man. Is this OST from 7th Dragon? No, this is Etrian Odyssey, as you can clearly see there, Sora. You already told me? Okay, you're welcome. Nobody hates gay people, man. Only idiots think people hate gay people. And trolls, of course. People who don't pay attention to... Did you even pay attention to what I said? No, I do not know that band, Delinquent Habits. Oh yeah, that was your favorite book series? That was a book series? I remember watching the first season of that show and I was like, this is fucking terrible. I have no idea and I don't even have an excuse for you guys. When did the first season come out? Like, what was it, like 5 years ago or 4 years ago? Right? So I watched the first season, the entire first season of that fucking piece of shit of a show, and it's been cancelled. Wasn't it cancelled? I think the show has been cancelled, right? So I watched the first season, but that was years ago. And I was like, this is fucking trash. Bad, it's fucking bad. Do you read any philosophy books? Yeah, I used to. Dostoevsky is one of my favorites. And I don't mean his Punishment and whatever book, no. Read the House of Dead. Nothing to do with the zombie games. It's basically the House of the Dead, or the House of Dead, but nothing to do with the video games. Nah, man, you should play Ys 5. Best Ys game. Or fuck that, Ys Strategy on the Nintendo DS. That's the one you should play, you guys should play. You're wrong, Juliana. No, you guys are wrong. Ys 8, garbage. Ys Strategy is the only game worth playing of that horrible series. Ys Strategy. Nintendo DS, only in Japan and Europe. It was so good, so fucking good, it never reached North America. They didn't bother releasing the game here. They were like, no, we made enough money out of this game in Europe and Japan. We don't need North America. North America's just gonna censor it and change it and alter it. No. Masterpiece Ys Strategy. No OST requests today. Unless you do a super chat. East Tactics. I will be up for an East Tactics, to be honest. Like a regular good strategy tactics RPG, grid based. I will definitely play that, man. I would play the shit out of that. Just don't make it about. Don't turn into another Metal Slug Tactics. What is your overall opinion on fighting games? I think they went downhill in the past few years, mostly because of politics, but also because they just got way too technical and everybody wants to be a Street Fighter with super fat and muscular characters that look fucking ugly, you know? So I don't like modern fighting games, but if we're talking about like the last decade and before, I'm still a big fan. I love it. I think fighting games is one of my 5 favorite video game genres of all time. I love how engaging they are. I play them mostly because of the characters themselves. I like playing with different characters and finding out their moves and which one I like the most. And I like the mechanics. I like fast-paced combat and combos, you know? Yeah. And the challenge. I love fighting games. But like from the last decade and below. East versus Trail soon. That's right, the PSP remastered, right? Well, jokes aside, East 5 is, out of the mainline East games, it's the worst. And it's not just the worst, it's the worst by far. It's not that terrible of a game though, but it's bad. It's a pretty bad game. I remember playing I played a little bit of both versions because I was doing a video where I talked about them. There's a version on the Super Nintendo and it got a remake on the PS2. Both versions stayed in Japan. We never got one. And I think the only one that is fan translated is the Super Nintendo one. It's pretty bad. Don't bother with it. You're about to start your Grow Lancer journey and you decided to start with the hardest. Great, good luck. Did you play MK9? No. Oh, Mortal Kombat 9. Or Injustice 1. Yes, I did. Mortal Kombat 9, the PS3 game, right? 360, yeah, that was amazing. That was the last good Mortal Kombat game because before it went political. Injustice, the first one I played it, but it was like alright, you know, it wasn't like my it is my cup of tea, but it's not, I don't know, it's kind of like alright, that's it. East 5 remake? Yeah, please, Falcom, do that. Shining Resonance Refrain on Switch. That's a good game, it has some nasty spikes. Well, you already know how I feel about it. No need to repeat myself on that game. King of Fighters is your favorite fighting game series? Yeah, that's a great series. Used to be. They say that Wayfarer of Time is a good start. Who's they? Is there someone else besides me in this fucking website that talks about Grow Lancer? Someone else beside me? No, that's the hardest Grow Lancer game. But maybe they're recommending that to you. They, whoever they is, or are, maybe they're recommending that to you because it's the hardest. A lot of people are like that, you know. They will recommend you the hardest for no reason, just to make themselves feel better. Like, oh, sure, this is a great game for beginners. I mean, they know it's super hard, you know. But on their inside, they're like, I beat the game. Oh, it's not too hard. It's great for beginners. Sure. You know, these fucking losers. I don't think that's what Sora meant. He probably meant the internet. Do you have a favorite Xeno game? Oh, well, that's too bad. It kind of hurts me that you're asking me that question. Considering about a month ago, I put out a video. A ranking of the entire Xeno series. It got fucked, the video, probably because I criticized the politicized bullshit of the games. And my number one was a really unusual Xeno game. But if you could do me a favor and watch the video that YouTube doesn't want you to watch. X Zone had good music. You mean Project BXZ? Amazing fucking series and amazing music. I'm on my way. I'm on the last dungeon of Endless Frontier Exceed, which is part of the part of the same series. You know, loving it. About to review it. Why are you apologizing, Tony? I guess. Huh. That's for you. That's the best Xeno for you? Why do you apologize? If that's your favorite, then so be it. Yeah, I've heard the same thing about Fantasian. That the first big chunk of the game, like it's really easy, and then it goes ridiculous. I haven't played it though, and I doubt I ever will. I just don't care about it. Do you play From Software games, Eric? Why? No, I don't. Well, actually, I've played some of the ones that are not Souls. Well, I've played all of the Souls games too, you know, but I didn't like them. But I'm not really a fan of From Software. Apparently they're not Kevin King. Monolith Soft has never confirmed if Xenoblade is part of the Xenosaga timeline. I don't think so. They've never confirmed that, so I don't think they are in the same timeline. If there was any game that was stuck on the Nintendo DS 3DS which you would like to see make a comeback, none, because they're gonna censor them. No, that's not the one I rated the highest, Tony. You did not watch the video, man. You didn't watch the video. Which one of these two series do you think is the most overrated? Persona or Nier? Definitely Persona. Nier is basically... well... It could be overrated just because of Automata. But Replicant and Gestalt didn't sell that much. There are games that a lot of people haven't played, you know? Any version. I'm assuming it's partially because of Kaine. And then there's the mobile game no one gave a shit about. What was it called? Regeneration? Or whatever, right? Xenoblade is not even in my blog anymore. Xenoblade 3, I removed it. Are you a fan of Shinji Mikami? Games... Oh, am I a fan of any Shinji Mikami games that he made after he left Capcom? What games has he made? Has he done? I'm not sure. Call me ignorant, but I'm not sure who Shinji Mikami is. I'm not sure. Is it the creator of Resident Evil? Who is Shinji Mikami? Oh, he made The Evil Within? I played that game, and it's so hard, man. I never got past one of the beginning of the game. You start in this room, and then you go into a place where you gotta like pass through a hallway with a lot of shit. I don't even remember. That was many years ago. I never got past that part, and I gave up. So Shinji Mikami did Resident Evil. Like the first Resident Evil games. I love those games. So he's done The Evil Within, Shadows of the Dam. That's another game I never finished, but I remember putting like at least 1 hour or two into it. Not really a fan of third-person shooters, to be honest, but I played Shadows of the Damned back in the day, and I liked it. Good game, over the top, violence. You know, it's a good game. But The Evil Within is a good game. It was just too hard for me. Ooh. Anyway, he was the lead director of the original Resident Evil 4. Oh! But did he do the first Resident Evil games, like the PS1 games? Is he the same guy? Because if he's only the guy of Resident Evil 4, then no, I'm not a fan. I don't like Resident Evil 4. Nothing against it, I think it's a wonderful game, I just couldn't get into it. He did the first 3 Resident Evil games, okay, then yes. Then I'm a fan. I didn't like Resident Evil 4, but the first 3 were a masterpiece. Dino Crisis, the first one was excellent. The second one was good, has some problems. Okay. It definitely will, sweet. Your dream will come true. A long time ago, I wrote a fanfic based on the first 3 Resident Evil games. That was the first book. I'm not gonna call it book. Well, that was the first story that I shared online. It's free. I think if you look hard enough, maybe you'll be able to find it. It's in a blog. It's called Raccoon's Lament. I think so. That was the name in English, but it's not in English. It's in Spanish. If you know Spanish, you can read my fan fiction of Resident Evil 1, 2, and 3. Resident Evil 0, good game. Loved it. Code Veronica, I think it's a great game. I never finished it. Hideki Kamiya worked, I believe so, in Redemption Reapers. I'm not that well informed in the Resident Evil universe. Even though I was a big fan. Maybe I was back in the day. But I played those games 20 years ago. Several times. I beat Resident Evil 3. I beat it easily, like 4 or 5 times? Huh. I have played Fatal Frame, the first... I've played almost every game actually in the series. Never finished a single one of them. My favorite was the second one. Something Butterfly, something like that. On the PlayStation 2. Great fucking game. I made it far. But I wasn't... I sold it. I had it at the store and I sold it. I had it at the store and I sold it. But I played it and I made it far into the game. Fatal Frame 2. The first one was kind of like okay, The third one, I don't know. It had so many ups and downs. And then there was the fourth one. Which one was the one that was released, like remastered for modern systems? I got a review code for that eons ago. 3 years ago? I don't even remember the name. Fuck, what was the name of it? Well, it was a good game. It had great fan service. I still have it though. I mean, maybe I should give it another chance. I forget the name. It's the last one. The 5th one? Yeah, it was released on PS4, Switch, that one. I don't remember the name of it. Yeah, I heard about Shadows of the Damned being remastered. Is it any good? Did they censor anything? What other Latin American country is the most similar to Mexico? Similar in terms of what? Maiden of Blackwater. Yeah, that was the last one that I played. That was a good game. The only thing I didn't like about it is that the areas were a bit too long. I feel like for a survival horror game, areas shouldn't be that long. Anyway, good game. Maiden on Blackwater, good game. Didn't it go through a controversy? Like fucking bitchy ass activists try to censor the game, try to get the game censored, and they failed, something like that? I heard Maiden on Blackwater went through a controversy. Oh, in terms of culture and food? I've never been to any other country in Latin America. So I couldn't say. Maybe Chile? I don't know. I think Pale God here is watching the beginning of the stream. What games are you playing? Right now, I'm about to finish Endless Frontier Exceed. Basically Endless Frontier Volume 2. Amazing fucking game. I've been playing Bugs Bunny Crazy Castle 4. First time playing it. Man, it should have been the best in the series, but I think it's the worst. But it's still a good game. I'm a big fan of Crazy Castle, the series. And I was also playing a couple of days ago. Oh, well, I've been playing. I'm not gonna say anything because I'm playing some JRPGs for upcoming reviews. That's all I've been playing. Thank you, Kevin King. No, I'm not playing Clair Obscure anymore. And I am not planning on making a video about it. Or talking about it. Thanks for the super chat, though. You're just making assumptions, Asia. I've never been to Guatemala and I don't know anything about it. Will the video about the worst designed dungeons in JRPGs be a good idea? No. Pretty sure other JRPG channels have done that before. I'm not interested in that. Well, I wouldn't. That super chat made you crack up? Are you on drugs, Tony? Why is that funny? I don't see anything funny about Kevin's super chat. Was it supposed to be funny? You made me read it again! Kevin King joined my Patreon and you'll know why. Link to my Patreon in the description, guys. I did an entire podcast episode on emulation and I mentioned something about that game. Oh, and Setsvuna is also stoned. Yeah, I kind of figured you were. Don't do drugs, guys. Drugs are bad. Drugs are bad. Okay. Isn't South Park's new season coming out soon? I remember when those guys refused to say anything about Kamala fucking Harris, you know. Fuck those guys. Drugs are bad, okay? What PS2 emulator do you use? PCS X2. You can't get one working on your PC. I recommend downloading PCS X2 and following a tutorial or a guide in order to make it work. In this laptop, I had no issues making it work. In my previous laptop, which was decent enough to emulate PlayStation 2, I never got it working. So I feel you there, man. Just go to PCS X2 website and follow the instructions carefully, and I'm sure you'll make it work. Have you tried emulating big-ish Switch games on your laptop? I have. I emulated Xenoblade Chronicles X, the definitive edition, and unfortunately, it worked fine. I did notice some screen tearing. That was my laptop's fault, not the game. And whenever I was running, if I was running, my character ran normally. But if I wanted to move the camera while my character was running, it will lag. It will be like very sluggish, you know. Very... like with pausing, you know. So my computer can handle some Switch games, Some Steam games, no problem, but anything too advanced, like I just gave up on Xenoblade Chronicles X. I didn't want to finish it anyway, you know, because I just played the fucking original game 6 months ago. So I'm like, no, I'm not going, no. And I've heard some bad things about the remaster, especially the new content. So that's off the list. So some red flags with it, you know. So I was like, no thanks. But the point to answer your question is that apparently this laptop cannot play anything too modern or advanced, you know. PS2 emulation is still flawed. Yeah. It is. Do they have emulators for mobile games? Probably. I don't think so, Master Blaster. Bandai Namco has expressed no interest in ever remastering Xenosaga. And imagine, they will have to censor the fuck out of it. Why bother? There are some... I was playing Endless Frontier, the first one, a couple of days ago. And man, all the jokes, all the comments they make, there's just too much to censor. It's pointless to remaster them. Because, what's the point? The entire script of Endless Frontier is extremely offensive. For fucking snowflakes and whiny ass corporations out there. So Xenosaga has a lot of psychological and religious themes, you know. No, it's not gonna fly. That's the real reason why they don't want to remaster Xenosaga. Because it's just too fucking offensive nowadays. Same with Xenogears. Have you played God Hand? The beat 'em up on PS2? No, I've never played it, but I've seen it. That's right, Ahmed. That's right. Exactly. All the comments Haken makes and Ashen about Kaguya, that would be like, no, that wouldn't fly. And the second game is no better. You know, it has a lot of really, really funny and great comebacks and jokes. But no, that's really fucking inappropriate, you know. Where... Well, Capcom still has the rights to Okami 2. They could make it without Clover Studio, you know. I hope they never do, though. Dragon Quest 8 was a bit glitchy on... Oh, okay. And the 3DS version censored the outfits? That's weird. It left Jessica's huge cleavage completely intact. Why bother censoring outfits? Isn't... I'm not answering that, child support. That's a spoiler. Have you ever heard of an anime called Ghost Story? Yes. Can you remind me the plot? Is it the one where there's a few kids that their souls go out of their bodies and go around? Or is that another one? Is it that one? You know, they basically become ghosts and go around, fly around, and they return to their bodies, you know. I saw that anime a long, long time ago. And it's Ghost something, right? Basically, it's South Park in anime. Oh, then no. Then I haven't seen Ghost Story then. The one that I'm talking to you about, it's a Ghost something. I don't remember. Oh, Ghost Hound. That's one. That's the one I'm talking about. Yeah, Ghost Hound. That's the one. Yeah, Ghost Story. Or Stories. Well, wait. Is Ghost Stories the anime where every chapter is different? Like it's just a regular ghost story by this popular author, author in Japan. Is that the one? There's so many Japanese anime with ghost this, ghost that, ghost in the shell. I don't watch dubbed anime. I watched it in Japanese. Have you played Stick of Truth? I have. Really didn't get into it, but that was many years ago. Maybe one day I'll give it another chance. Well, I watched the anime with English subtitles, not dubbed. I don't watch anything dubbed. Hell, even JRPGs nowadays, I can't stand it when they're in English anymore. I used to be a big fan of English dub in JRPGs, and I used to play every single one of them in English. I didn't like playing them in Japanese, and now I'm the exact opposite. Like, I don't like playing them in English. Grandia. Ooh, Master Blaster. You don't believe they're gonna censor Ayla? Don't you think she's too sexy for modern audiences? Ayla and Chrono Trigger? Way too sexy. Ghostwire Tokyo, also Mikami. When you guys say Mikami, all I can think of is Ghost Sweeper Mikami. I love her. I'm going to ignore your question, Yum Yum. So I'm pretty sure you already know the answer to it. Are you going to Phoenix IBX? Fuck is that, man? Little Battlers Experience, you mean? I don't think so. I think it's a good game, but it's honestly not my cup of tea, you know? It's like Custom Robo and Metabots and those games. I just can't get into them. I find them unappealing. It's a good game. It's a good game for kids, you know? And maybe one day I'll put more hours into it just so I can review it, maybe in a top 10. But I'm really not that interested, you know? I'm more interested in finishing Stella Glow. Have they given any reasons why, Tyson? I mean, you will think, considering how stupidly woke Atlus is, you will think they wouldn't miss a chance to jump into the remake and voice the characters. And why are people talking so much about the Persona 4 remake? Nothing's been confirmed. I know that 9 out of 10 rumors usually turn out to be true, but Persona 4 remake hasn't been confirmed, as far as I know. Anyway, Stella Glow is in the backlog. Maybe I'll slowly put more hours into it, because it's one of those games that doesn't really require you to learn anything. It's really simple, self-explanatory. So there, yeah, it's a good game, but it's one of those games I believe you can just ditch for months and then just come back to it like nothing ever happened. You won't need to relearn the battle mechanics because they're so simple in Stella Glow. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. Just play it every now and then. Maybe it'll take me an entire year to beat it. They didn't give any reason, but Yuri Lowenthal said he wanted to do it. Oh, interesting. I don't like any of those voice actors anymore. To me, they aren't actors. They are activists first and then actors, unfortunately. So, fuck if I care about Persona 4 remake. What's on my shirt? It's Edelgard. Edelgard making fun of tyrannical and totalitarianism mentalities out there. It's got the obey symbol, you know. Will you be trying the updated Stellar Blade coming out? No, because I can't. I don't think this laptop. Didn't you hear me when I was talking about? Somebody asked me about what high specs Switch games can my computer emulate. and it could barely emulate Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition, man. I don't think so. Stellar Blade is not gonna work here, so I'm gonna be waiting patiently for the PlayStation 5 version to go down in price, so I can finally buy it and play it. But I won't be playing Stellar Blade on Steam. I can't. As much as I want to, I can't. Persona 4 for PS4 is murderously expensive? You mean the remaster? The digital remaster? How much is it? That's right, Done's amazing soundtrack. Ys 1 and 2 Chronicles. Only if you do a super chat, Sora. Edelgard, she's from Fire Emblem and Fire Emblem Three Houses. Oh, there, somebody already answered. Oh, Persona 4 got a physical release by Limited Woke Games. Oh, okay, that's why it's insanely expensive. Oh yeah, of course. I mean, the company that supports woke and communism and socialism, but instead capitalizes as much as they can with limited physical releases of games. That company? Oh, okay, yeah, those guys, yeah, good guys, great company. I don't really listen to Japanese music. I mean, I listen to a lot of JRPG music, but like anime and bands, and idols, and no, not a fan. Why would you want a Fire Emblem for the Switch 2 in the future? Shadow Wexia. Why would you want that? Fire Emblem is death. How many companies are there that are like that, like super rare games? And because there's a lot, right? It's like back then I used to respect these companies because I liked, I mean, all these companies started in the first place, were created in the first place and established precisely because they felt that companies were going digital. And it happened, with a lot of games. Most video games nowadays, it may not look like it, but trust me, most video games nowadays are only digital. They don't get a physical release. We do get a lot of physical releases, right? A lot. But most video games, and this has been something that's been happening for the past several years, most video games do not get a physical release unless it's by those companies, right? So I kind of supported them before, but then they started going political, and then not only that, they don't print enough copies, and then a lot of scalpers and resellers buy a lot of copies and then inflate the price. Then you find a lot of games printed by these companies, limited run, super rare games, and then you find them at their stores for hundreds of dollars. It's insane. And people have been bitching about this, asking them, hey, print more copies, man. Maybe they don't sell enough copies to merit printing more copies? Like, I wouldn't know. They already are mainstream Dones. They have been for a while. A long time. Would you ever consider getting a new PC or building your own? Yes, I considered that before buying this laptop. But I will buy a PC in the near future, so I can have both. The laptop and the PC. Video Game Plus is pretty good, but PlayAsia isn't exact. Well, PlayAsia, I guess it's kind of similar, right? Yeah, they print games with English subtitles, so Okay. Wu Chang Falling Feathers will be published by 505 Games. The same guys who published A Eiyuden Chronicle. Enough said. I'm not excited for it. Have you tried any RPGs from Alice Soft? Can you name the RPGs they've done? And who is that? I feel like I've heard that name before, Alice Soft. You know? Do you think... Yeah, you tell him that, Tets. Oh, Alice Soft is a hentai game, Dev. No, so then I haven't. I've never played a hentai RPG. I played a hentai visual novel once, two. I played the original Fate Stay Night, never beat it, and I played DG. No, it's called DV Dead on the PSP. That was great. I mean, great game despite the hentai. You know, a great story. DV Dead. It's a bit slow though because it does focus too much on the hentai stuff, but it has really bizarre and dark story. You know. What are hentai games? Porn games. Basically porn games. Master Blaster. You have a copy? Oh, for PC. I was like, oh, wow. Never left Japan. It's been fan translated for a long time, though. But it's not... I think it never left Japan. It never did, right? I played the PSP version and it was, like, exclusive to Japan. DV Dead. That's the only one that I've played. Finished. Fate Stay Night, I never finished the original one. I think the original visual novel got remastered recently, right? Fate Stay Night on the Switch or something? Or they removed all of the hentai stuff. Too much text, not much action. Then watch porn, man. Have you ever heard of an old PS2 game called Kuon? Yeah, I know, it's insane. It's practically one of the holy grails on the PlayStation 2, up there with Rule of Rose. You know. Yeah. I've never played it though. But I know Kuon. Survival horror game. One-handed games. Basically. Never seen that. I don't really like hentai, man. I've expressed my distaste for hentai before. It's probably because of the maybe I should play or watch hentai in silence, you know, in mute. You know, I can't stand the voice actresses. You're welcome, Double Dragon 912. Thanks for watching the reviews, by the way, the videos. I say wait, yeah. Or emulate them, you know. If you really want to play them but don't want to buy them, emulate them. No problem. Same with Suikoden, you know. I mean, the Suikoden remasters are still worth playing, you know. They're just a bit censored, and the stuff they censored, it's kind of weird. It's usually the stuff companies used to censor in the 90s, right? Not nowadays. In other words, Suikoden 1 and 2 don't have any modern censorship, surprisingly. Surprisingly. But they're good, you know, they're good. I mean, the remasters are good. I just said at the end, don't buy them, you know, because it's just... What are they, like $60? Come on. Quistis and Draki looking at the camera. These two guys, there they are. They're barely noticeable, you know, but there they are. Yeah, just wait for the price to drop. Triangle Strategy. Well, it's on Switch, physical if you're interested. just not on PS4. Triangle Strategies on Steam and Switch, but it did get a physical release on Switch, Nintendo Switch, the first one. That's the version that I've been covering and reviewing for the past few years. I have it. If you had the chance, which expensively rare game would you like to add to your collection? Vanguard Bandits on the PlayStation 1. I'd love to own that one. Cartia, the Word of Fate. It's not that rare and expensive, but it is, you know. I'd love to own that too. I'd like to own the Art Tonelico games on PS2. Mana Kemia 2. And I had them, but I sold them. That was like 8 years ago. Octopath Traveler needs a physical PS4 copy. Yeah, it was released only digital, right? The first one. The second one did get a physical copy. But yeah, Octopath Traveler's only physical copy out there is on Switch, right? Because it's also on Xbox One, but no physical. That's crazy. But don't worry, your friends at Limited Woke Games will probably print it and make a huge profit out of it. I don't care for modern games, said Svuna. Everybody should know that by now. I used to have a Discord. I don't anymore. I hate Discord. You want me to do that? I have PS1 and PS2. My PS1 and PS2 pirated collection. Would you guys like to see that? Pretty sure you guys are super excited. Oh yeah, let's see Eric's pirated collection, bootleg, illegal collection of video games. That's the box. It's the box right there. You guys see that box? Below this fucking box? That? Can you see that? It's barely noticeable. Below some black bulk, which is the backpack. That's my box with my pirated collection. Yeah. Yes, I do, Multimedia Assassin. I do that. I hate them. Can I ask how you get gameplay trailer footage? You get it from YouTube. Just trailer footage? You get it from YouTube, man. Yeah. Download the video. You can download it like in several websites. Just type on Google YouTube MP4 and you'll get a plethora of websites where you can download videos from YouTube off. And you can get all the trailers. Yeah. No problem, man. Yeah, I have some burned PS1 and PS2. Do I have any PS2? No, I don't think I have any PS2, but I do have a lot of PS1 games that I burned. And I still have them. The Persona Innocent Sin, I burned it, you know, and I have it, you know. It's been 2 years since you watched me. Okay, Fenby. Hello to you too. You'd like an RPG with fighting game mechanics? Yeah, basically Namco Cross Capcom and Project Cross Zone. I already have that. There is one actually. No, I know what you're trying to ask. Well, the battle system is an actual fighting game, one-on-one. There's been a couple. There's one called Power Quest on the Game Boy Color. It's a decent game. It's not great or anything, but it's a decent game on the Game Boy Color. There was also a Dark Savior on the Sega Saturn. Basically all the boss fights are one-on-one fights, like in a fighting game, you know. So there's been some attempts. There's a Dragon Ball Z game, I think so. That's just like that. I think it's called Xenoverse? I'm not sure if it's really an RPG or not, but I remember you create your character and then you go into some training and kind of like that. Kinda like that. Which do you like more, Clock Tower or Fatal Frame? haunting ground. I still believe in the stars of destiny, Eka. Thank you. Glad you enjoy the Q&As. That's right. Super expensive. Isn't Fire Emblem Path of Radiance going to be released on the GameCube emulator on the Switch too? Do you guys know if it's gonna be released like next Friday? I mean, the Switch 2 comes out next Friday, right? Will people be able to play Path of Radiance since day one? I mean, is the GameCube emulator gonna be available since day one? Do you guys know that? I need to know. Because I'd like to take advantage of that and make my review of Fire Emblem Path of Radiance, one of my favorite JRPGs of all time. Huh. You missed years of content. It's already out? The Switch 2 is out? I don't think so. Or do you mean the GameCube emulator? Which is out? The Switch 2 isn't out. Switch 2 isn't out. No, if it was out, I would have gotten a lot of people today asking me questions or commenting on it. On the last chapter of Trails to Azure. Oh, you're in the last chapter. Well, no one's answered my question. How dare I, right? How dare I ask you questions? These are the live streams where you ask me questions. I just want to know if the GameCube emulator on Switch Online is out. That's all I want to know. I don't give a fuck about the modern Mortal Kombat and Injustice games, man. So I wouldn't know. For the GameCube emulator, it should be out a bit after this coming Thursday. So it's gonna be out until the Switch 2 comes out. Okay, gotcha. But Fire Emblem Path of Radiance will be playable, right? I just want people to get excited for Fire Emblem Path of Radiance so they can watch my fucking review. Do you have any predictions about the Switch 2? Do you think it will be as successful as the original? Yes, I don't think it's gonna be as successful. Probably not, because of the prices, because of the marketing it received, because of its controversies. A lot of people are not gonna buy it. The fact that a lot of games are gonna be not really games, physical I mean. They're gonna be just codes. All these practices, you know, by Nintendo are gonna backfire. Not that much though. The Switch 2 is still gonna sell a lot of fucking units. I mean, a lot. I don't think it's going to be more successful than the first one though. Oh, Path of Radiance is not a launch game on the service. It will be in the direct. Thank you for letting me know. Then I'll wait for my review. I'll keep waiting. That's exactly, Master Blaster. Knights of Azure. The lesbian game. You got it. You got a physical version. Oh, the North American version. You should have gotten the PAL version. That's the one that I went for. I got the PAL version for like $30 or less. I think it was like $20. You know, that was years ago. I think it's a bit more expensive now. But the North American version of Knights of Azure, it's like $100 game, right? How much did you pay for it? I don't care about the Switch 2. Do I need to repeat it? I've told you 3 times, man. You really are stoned. It's already suppressed. Fan service. Yes, I have played Dirge of Cerberus, Final Fantasy VII on the PlayStation 2 a long time ago. I never made it past the tutorial. It was a pain in the ass. I didn't like the game. Oh, so you bought the PAL version. You bought it for 40 euros. Oh, you bought it for 20 euros. Yeah, me too. That's how much I paid for it years ago. So it's like 40 nowadays, huh? Fucking Koei Tecmo games, man. I didn't have a GameCube, to be honest. I never had a GameCube until I had the store. And the first game that I played and beat was Path of Radiance. Are there any old school consoles you would like to buy or rebuy again? Not really. I don't see the point. I'm not really a console collector, I'm a video game collector. Change your question to, are there any old school games you would like to buy or rebuy again? Oh, then a lot, right? But consoles? Nah. You know, not really a console collector. It began with X2. I've said it many times before, man. Not with 8. I haven't been playing anything on PS5, just games, old games that I've needed for my reviews, like Land Racer and others, you know. Others you'll see in the near future. I love it how YouTube cannot recommend anymore a live stream that has "goddamn" in the title. There's 47 people watching. Usually I have 100 people watching at this hour. Only 50 right now. And I've noticed this. I've been doing it on purpose, you know. Adding "goddamn" and removing "goddamn." Whenever there's no "goddamn," I get like 100 people watching. But if I say "goddamn," views drop down by half. Well, I'll probably end it soon. Yeah, maybe I'll stick to "damn" from now on. Remove the "god." Didn't used to be offensive, because YouTube was a satanic website. Anti-Christian and religious, you know? But now it's like, no. Everything is offensive. No, Loop 8. No, man. There's a video I made called Top 10 Great JRPGs with a Fatal Flaw. Part 1. Check it out. You'll see my review of Loop 8. That's great news, Kramer. Persona 3 FES masterpiece. Any RPG that you plan to play? No. No, Daryl. I have no plans to play RPGs anymore. I'm done. Didn't you hear? I'm quitting. Not gonna play RPGs anymore. I have no plans to play anything anymore. What was the last great Capcom game in your opinion? I don't know, to be honest. I haven't been a Capcom fan in ages. I'm a big fan of their 90s and early 2000s games, you know. But I don't know. Dino Crisis 3? Is that the Xbox game, right? It's the Xbox game, right? What was the last great... It was... What about Enslaved? No, that's not Capcom. No, it wasn't Capcom. I don't know. What about you guys? What was the last great Capcom game? Terrible company. Crapcom is Crapcom nowadays. I don't know which one was the last one. I don't know. I stopped paying attention to Capcom a long time ago. To their games. I don't even know what they've done besides Street Fighter and more Street Fighter. Oh yeah, Breath of Fire 6. Excellent. I put a song in today's playlist of Breath of Fire 6. I have Devil May Cry on the PlayStation 3. The one developed by Ninja Theory. I have it, I haven't played it. Oh, they've done Monster Hunter, you're right, and Resident Evil remakes, and yeah, so I don't give a shit about Capcom, as you can see. Okami. Dead Rising 2. Really, Joker? Watch the whole video, man. It's 8 minutes long. Just watch it. Finish watching the video. I heard the remasters or remakes or whatever of Onimusha are censored. That's all I know, though. They're censored. I don't know what they censored. All I heard was that they were censored. I don't think we'll ever get a Okami 2. What will be the last great JRPG that you played? Endless Frontier. I'm about to finish it. Endless Frontier Exceed. This is Edelgard. Edelgard from Fire Emblem Three Houses. Oh, it says obey. It's like fuck you to authority and stuff like that. You know? Because you know how Edelgard is in the game, right? You need to play the game to understand the meme. I have no idea what they censored, man. Why are you asking me that? I just told you I don't know. Oh my god. Ninja Gaiden. The memories. One of the first times a video game beat the crap out of me and made me feel miserable. Ninja Gaiden. When I was a little kid. That's great, Frontier Hunter. Great game. No, I don't collect music. Oh, music CDs. Yeah, these are my music CDs. There's a video on my second channel you can find about my music CD collection if you want to watch it. I mean, a lot of these bands, I'm not really a big fan anymore. Like fucking Placebo and Green Day. I used to be a big fan back in the day, you know. But if you're asking me if I collect nowadays music CDs, no, I don't. I don't collect anything anymore. I can't afford anything. I'm stuck with a huge fucking mortgage. I sold my soul to the devil, man. So I gave up collecting anything. I don't even collect video games anymore. But yeah, if you guys want to see my music CD collection video, it's on my second channel. I did a few years ago. I think like 2 years ago. There's a lot of great bands in there, but there's also like fucking Placebo, Nirvana, Guns N' Roses. CDs that I bought when I was a teenager. No one bought Okami Den. Is Okami Den the Nintendo DS game? I heard Oscar has it and he talked about it in one of our videos many years ago. I remember we did a Nintendo DS Hidden Gems video and he covered the game. I've never played it though, but he said it was a good game. They censored an outfit for the chick character in Onimusha? Oh. That will be I will play that game, Jerry. Yeah, link to my second channel in the description. It's basically nowadays just a channel to upload my Twitch streams. Do you like Linkin Park? No, not really. I think Linkin Park is so extremely overrated. But I like Paper Cuts. I like that song, you know. It's the first song of their first album, if I'm not mistaken, Paper Cuts, you know. I like that song, but not a fan of Linkin Park. I got into all of it. We talked about this last weekend in the last Q&A about bands, you know, and the bands that I used to be a fan of and stuff like that. Yeah, I do have a lot of obscure CDs from really obscure bands. Not a lot, but some. There's a few of them in my collection from really obscure bands. Mato Anomalies? That's a good game. Too bad it was the best fucking song ever. That's gonna be the intro theme of every single one of my Q&As from now on. Did you play Xanadu next? No, I haven't. I have tried the first South Park RPG, couldn't get into it. Maybe one day I'll give it a second chance. Not really a fan of Static X. Do you like the band Beast in Black? I like Static X's first album. I don't know if it was their first album though. The name was Wisconsin Death Trip, I believe. I like that album. But couldn't really get into anything before or after that one. Yeah. And I have never heard about Beast in Black, never heard that band. You're still waiting on your Zwei review? Maybe one day. I fucking hate both Donsk nowadays. So neither. Both can burn in hell for all I care. Not really a fan of Static X, man. High school enemy of mine ruined the band for me. Did you ever play Darksiders? I have, yeah, the first one. Good game. What's that Quake track called again? What? I don't know. Yeah, I heard Marvel Rivals has a lot of fan service. I've seen footage of it. A lot of fan service, but the character, look at their faces, forget about their bodies. Look at their characters' faces, they look kind of weird. The girls don't look like that feminine, you know, to me in Marvel Rivals. I don't know. It's a free-to-play game, right? I mean, I don't really care. Where's my review of Style Savvy? Just kidding. Okay. Cerberus? You mean the Quake? Why? What? This is Combat in the Ruins. I don't even know where this is from. Combat in the Ruins? Fuck is this, man? I did play the original Doom, but I played the Super Nintendo version. Never really got into it. Great fucking music, you know, but I'm not really a fan of first-person games. I'm not a fan at all. Nothing against them, I just don't like them. Insane Range. You know, I've been getting into In Flames recently. You guys heard that? In Flames. Any fans of In Flames? It's a band that started in the 90s from Sweden. Kind of like melodic death metal. You know? I heard there are a lot of 90s songs and they were great. But then, like in the mid 2000s, late 2000s, I don't know. Something went wrong, right? And then their last album from 2 years ago, I listened to a couple of songs, and one was great, and the other one was like, what? No! What the fuck is this, man? No. But the other one was really cool. I don't remember the names of the songs. My favorite song so far is called Colony. From an album called also Colony. Yeah. In Flames. In Flames is a band that I've known since I was a fucking 13-year-old kid, you know? And I may have listened to one song and I was like, okay, cool. Not for me. And I never gave him a chance until a few days ago. Same with Megadeth. Believe it or not, Megadeth is another band that I've known since forever. And I always liked a song called A Secret Place. That was my favorite. But that was the only song that I listened to. But then like a few months ago, I was like, these guys are still making music? And yeah, they are. Dave Mustaine is still making music. So I started getting into Megadeth. You know, great fucking band. I can't believe I missed out on Megadeth all these years. Decades. But because 10, maybe 15 years ago, I listened to Tornado of Souls and Symphony of Destruction, and I really liked them. I never gave Megadeth a proper chance until a couple of months ago. Tormented Souls is a good game. It's a really good game, man. I finished the game, and I strongly recommend Tormented Souls. Do you think Demon Fang is the most overused attack in JRPGs? Like in the Tales games, you mean? Demon Fang! Do you recommend Vincent? No, I was just talking about it. I played the tutorial of Dirge of Cerberus, and I was like, no thanks. The tutorial ruined it for me. Maybe it's a good game. Trance metal? There's a genre with that name? Okay. Unfucking believable. Ah, Tornado of Souls, that's right. Return to Hangar? Yeah. Iron Maiden, I never really got into them, and I did give Iron Maiden a proper chance. Great fucking band, Iron Maiden, but their songs never really connected with me. I never found... Nah. Amazing song. Astral Chain. Holy shit. Did you guys watch my Astral Chain review? No, you didn't, did you? Eddie is the best metal mascot. From Iron Maiden? Anthrax. Yeah, I've known Anthrax for a long time. Not a big fan, but I like some songs. My favorite is Air. A-I-R. Air. It's my favorite Anthrax song. Yes, it was excellent. Oh, my review. Oh, you liked it that much? to call it excellent? Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Funny video, huh? Medusa, another great song from Anthrax. Korn. Korn? No. I like some songs, like Kill You is my favorite. Dead Bodies Everywhere. Dirty. But no, I don't like Korn. I'm also not a Slayer fan. Great band, but I don't like the singer. I don't like how he sings. What's his name? Fuck, I knew the name. I was just thinking about that guy yesterday. Slayers. I'm not gonna look at the chat. I need to remember. What's the... Oh my god. A fucking guy with a long beard and No, I can't. What's the name? No one's... Fuck. I forgot about it. I don't know because I'm not really a fan of Slayer, you know, but I knew the name. I don't remember the name of the vocalist of Slayer. Like, he was there for many years and then he left and another vocalist came and then he came back, you know. Tom Araya, thank you. Tom Araya. Great singer, don't take me wrong, I don't like his voice, you know. Oh, this Eddie Vedder ruined Pearl Jam for you? You don't like how he sings? I love how he sings. I don't like his politics, though. Oh my god. Pearl Jam, I feel like Eddie Vedder nowadays is more of an activist than a fucking singer. But I like Pearl Jam. Power metal, Stratovarius, I like one song. But I haven't really given power metal a chance. Avantasia, I know those bands. Halloween, who doesn't know Halloween? Blind Guardian, I've never heard about it. Hammerfall, yeah, Avantasia, yeah, Stratovarius. Stratovarius, I like Destiny. They have a song called Destiny, right? A little kid sings at the beginning really beautifully. It's Stratovarius, right? Stratovarius. I don't even know how it's pronounced in English. Next Q&A title, Ultra Infernal Goddamn Sons of Bitch in Q&A. And then I'll have like 20 viewers. Do you think Guitar Hero and Rock Band helped obscure music bands to get more known? Maybe. I wouldn't know, but because I'm not a fan of those games, but... Testament. Yeah, great band. Apocalyptica. Kind of overrated, but yeah. Whitesnake, and I need to listen. I know the band. Really old band, you know, but I have to listen to them again to make an opinion. Danzig, never really got into it. I understand everything Eddie Vedder says. You mean when singing, right? Not when doing activism? Eddie Vedder is like, guns are bad. Guns are bad, okay? War is bad, okay? That's Eddie Vedder. South Park should make a joke of him. Do you think that people need to shut up and enjoy life? I do. Me too. Shut the fuck up and enjoy life. What about black metal? Some bands. I like some bands. My favorite metal subgenre is industrial metal. You know, Nine Inch Nails, Fear Factory. Though Burton C. Bell, he's... Oh man. He became such a fucking idiot, man. I'm glad he left Fear Factory, but I don't like the new singer in Fear Factory. So Fear Factory from like 2021 and below, big fan. Any Spanish-speaking band? I like Hocico. That's the only one that I like, actually. I used to be a big fan of Trobar de Morte, but they went woke, and their last 5 albums sounded exactly the same to me, and I was like, no. I don't like Ministry, and I fucking hate Al Jurgensen, man. Wow, I hate that motherfucker, man. But I like some of his really old songs, you know. But I wouldn't call myself a Ministry fan. Rammstein, I'm not a fan either. I respect the band, even though they're a bunch of depraved bastards doing porn videos. They do. But I don't know, Rammstein doesn't connect with me. Great band though, but no. Samael, I've never listened to that. Who has better music, UK or US? I have no clue, man. I like bands from both countries. Apart from the guitar, do you play any other instruments? Yes, the keyboards. I just don't have any. I haven't had keyboards in a million years. Mago de Oz? Not really a fan. And why are you laughing? Why is it funny? Anyway, Mago de Oz, I like Gaia, the song Gaia, but not. I wouldn't call myself a Mago de Oz fan. I like Dark Moor, you know, but they sing in English. But that's a band from Spain. Dark Moor, amazing band. Slipknot, not. I like Slipknot better than Rammstein. Hope that answers your question. I'm not really a big fan. I like Corey Taylor though. I like how he stood up against cancel culture in public. But Slipknot, my problem is that they do this. Their songs sound so crazy, and that's their thing, you know. But not. I'm not really. I mean, I like how they sound and how creative they are with a bunch of instruments and how they change tempos all the time. Every single song has a million tempos, you know, and change of rhythm, you know. And that's what makes Slipknot so appealing, you know. And I like some songs, but I wouldn't call myself a fan. Female rock bands? You mean like Kitty? I like Kitty. They release new music. Some songs are good, others are kind of bad. But Kitty, yeah, was a shit in the 2000s, man. L7. Man, I know L7 became a fucking bunch of feminazis nowadays. Oh my god, those girls. You know, but they used to be the shit in the 90s, man. L7. I have two CDs of L7, you know. Used to be a big fan. I mean, I'll always be a big fan of their 90s stuff, you know. And then they came back with a song called, a few years ago, called I Came Back to Bitch. But then you read the lyrics and you're like, oh. And you're liking the song a lot, and then you read the lyrics and, fuck. Yeah, Doom music is great. Hailstorm? Isn't that like a band with a girl singing? I fucking hate Paramore, man. I despise Paramore with all my heart and soul. It hurt me to see that bitch collaborate with Deftones recently. I was like, I'm so angry at Deftones right now, and I hate Paramore. Hate that bitch, man. She's a fucking left-wing woke, super woke activist. What the fuck, man? How can you be a fan? Oh, Mago de Oz is overvalued. Oh, okay, that's why you left. Okay. Oh, Héroes del Silencio. Yeah. I like one album of Héroes del Silencio. It's the album where with 16 Lluvia Gris, you know, that's a really good album. I think it's one of the first, if not the first album. But everything after that was like, no. No. Rata Blanca, I know the band, not a fan. But I don't have anything bad to say about them, you know. I don't know anything about that band. I know the band, but I don't know anything. Hey, what happened to the music? Oh, it stopped. Sorry, guys. Anyway. Oh, System of a Down? Yeah, I don't like that band. East 10. Well, yeah. Good game. Alright guys, I'm leaving. Gotta go now. Thanks a bunch for watching this Q&A. Thanks for hanging out. Special thanks to Kevin for the super chat. Appreciate it. Had a good time. See you next time. Have a great weekend. Bye.